Man, it's crazy what we're about to get ready to watch right now because this just to show you how messed up shit is. And if this was my kid, oh, trust me, I'll be doing something about this shit. Just for the simple fact, it's very embarrassing and it mentally, does something to someone that young for them to have to go through that. And it's not like, now this is the time where you can actually say it wasn't no weapons or anything involved for some to be displayed like this and be just some, how kids is, this is going to be an embarrassing thing. So, fuck for anybody, to be honest. Hell, I would too. Definitely because it involves fucking TikTok. But we about to get into this story. Shout out to the people again over at Notice News.
This story out of North Carolina is pretty messed up. It all went down Wednesday in a classroom at Winston-Salem State University, where police say a student and a professor were arguing over an assignment during a final exam. Witnesses say the argument escalated, and a faculty member who overheard them yelling called the police. The teacher insisted on having the student pulled out of class, and the student wound up being arrested. The student screams as she's restrained by two officers, as the teacher claims she's trying to calm things down.
Please listen.
The student lays into the teacher as she's placed in cuffs.
Oh my God, I hate you, bro. You're the worst teacher ever. You get me taken out of here because I want to fight now.
As someone comes up and holds the teacher's hand.
Get me taken out of here because I want to
I'm asking everybody to calm down. You calm down, everyone, please.
The student was taken out of the class by cops, and videos from everything that went down went viral on TikTok. Winston-Salem State is a historically black university, and critics say this is another example of police being called on black people for non-threatening activity. The university released a letter claiming that the weaponization of police is a prevalent problem in our community, but quote, that is not what happened in this incident. The student who was arrested was charged with misdemeanor disorderly conduct, and the teacher is still said to be employed by the university. The whole thing is still being investigated.
Now, all I gotta say as a parent, if that was my child going out like that, trust me, I would be getting so involved. And I'm not saying her parents or her guardianship or whoever isn't, but I know me, whatever steps I have to take necessary, just because this could be life traumatizing anytime some situation was to happen. And she said she's trying to de-escalate, but how did it escalate to this situation? That's what I'm curious. Was the parents called or involved? Because I do not see a parent up there. I just see police escorting a young lady out of the classroom. Really, a kid in my eye. You know what I'm saying? And just for this shit to blow up on TikTok the way it did, oh yeah, she shouldn't even be employed right now. She shouldn't even be working. You know what I'm saying? Like, she should be suspended. Because the investigation is ongoing, right? Just like this kid can't go to that school. So hell, she shouldn't be goddamn able to work. Because this is an ongoing investigation. You see what I'm saying? Because she shouldn't be working there if she don't know how to handle a kid. That's all I gotta say. And if she don't have kids, then why... maybe fuck that, because she's a teacher in the classroom, so she should be able to handle kids. And parents get involved, procedures and steps get played. Now, we about to get into a very, very disturbing 911 call. This shit's sad as fuck, how dirty and crazy and evil and wicked fucking human beings could be, and just to having to go through this, you know what I'm saying? It's just real bad. It's real bad. But anyway, let's get into it.
Atlanta 911, operator 7959. What's the address to your emergency?
Sir, I'm at the entrance of Piedmont Park. I just was searching for my girlfriend's purse because I couldn't find her. She's dead. She's here at Piedmont Park. Please help.
When 40-year-old Katie Janess failed to come home from taking her dog on a walk one night in Atlanta, her girlfriend, Emma Clark, texted and called but got no reply. So she used the Find My iPhone app, which showed that Katie's phone at least was in Piedmont Park and not moving. Knowing that something must be wrong, Emma drove the usual routes that her partner would take, but there was no sign of them and her location on the app hadn't moved. Growing even more concerned, Emma headed to the park. When she arrived, she saw their 3-year-old pit bull lying lifeless on the ground. And then, not far away, she made the even more devastating discovery of Katie's mutilated body. Emma checked for a pulse but couldn't find one. She fled the horrific scene, and at 1:11 a.m. on July 29, 2021, she made the following call to 911.
You said somebody's dead at Piedmont Park?
Yes, sir. Please send help. Please.
Alright, yeah, ma'am, I'm gonna send help to you.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Where's she at in the park?
She was like near the entrance, like, I don't know how to explain it to me. Did you just see that? That's like girlfriend.
Oh, that shit is fucked up. I couldn't even imagine having to look for your girlfriend and to go to the park and to witness not only is y'all pet, y'all kid, because y'all take care of it and everything, that's 3 years old. The dog, I mean, dead, and then not far away you see your girlfriend dead? I don't know how I would feel, definitely when you go into a park. That's the last fucking thing you expected to see. But I don't like to stop it that much and talk about it. I mean, I say what I say towards the end. I just had to say that.
Girlfriend. What? Yes.
Alright, hold.
Please. Oh my God, dude. She's like, she's dead. Like, it's so.
Alright, I'm about to call Grady, okay?
Please.
Atlanta Police Department arrived at the park's 10th Street entrance and secured the scene. Janess had been brutally murdered, and the crime scene was described as gruesome and hard to stomach. Officers searched the park and retrieved surveillance footage from neighboring businesses. There were increased patrols in the area the next day, but searches and inquiries led nowhere. Katie Janess had been in a relationship with Emma Clark for 6 years, and the couple considered themselves married. Janess had planned to visit her mother in Michigan just a few days after her life was violently taken. Many were shocked by her death, which needs to be solved, and over 1,500 people donated money to help pay for her funeral. Katie strongly believed in equality and social justice, which adds to the injustice of her violent end. Piedmont Park is about 2 miles from downtown Atlanta, and at that time of the night, the streets were quiet. The last images of Katie were caught by a camera at the intersection of 10th Street and Piedmont Avenue. They show her walking Bowie across rainbow colors that had been painted for Pride. This last image of Katie is especially profound, as she was part of the LGBT community and was murdered not long after Pride Month. Other cameras captured 6 people in the area at the time of the murders. Atlanta police released the footage and made it clear that the people in it weren't suspects. As Katie and the dog were both stabbed multiple times, it's likely that someone might have heard screams or barking and possibly seen something that could help find the killer. On Sunday, August 1st, friends, family, and members of the public gathered in Piedmont Park to hold a vigil for the woman, who her partner's father described as the most kind, gentle person in the world, and her loyal dog who died protecting her. Despite public appeals for information, and the police working around the clock, little progress was made on the case. In an August 3rd press conference, Atlanta Police Chief Bryant revealed that he had requested the assistance of the FBI, who can provide resources they don't have. The conference had been planned to focus on the pandemic and the COVID crime wave that had arisen in the city, but questions were asked about the unsolved murder. Police chiefs and the city's mayor expressed concerns about rumors that might hinder the investigation. Chief Bryant told the public, "We need to make sure that the information going out to the public is accurate," adding that the police didn't need the distraction of misinformation. Mayor Lance Bottoms said that there was no evidence to support the rumors of a serial killer or that the murder was a hate crime. Crime Stoppers Atlanta announced a $10,000 reward, and police again asked for the public's assistance. Atlanta police are determined to bring the murder to justice, and anyone with information on the case is asked to contact them or Crime Stoppers.
Now, something like this had to be heard thoroughly. I just find it very disturbing to know someone would be this fucking evil to kill someone in their pet, their child. However they look at it, this is something you experience and share life with. And just for you to be that fucking evil, you know what I'm saying? It's very dangerous. Just going outside, going to the grocery store, let alone fucking goddamn can't even go to a walk in the park. And it's like, yo, who cares who love who? As long as they not being fucking sick like this individual, whoever it is, because the city, the state is asking for FBI help. So this is an ongoing thing. Too bad we don't know if justice is being served at this moment. But damn. Now this shit right here, what we about to see, it's sort of like a repeat of what we already saw. And this is, I heard about some crazy shit happen a few times like this. And I just hope motherfucking people don't start doing this shit as a trend. It's already crazy as it is. Shit's already fucked up and bad. And we don't need to have more trends of this dumb shit going on. Definitely not in our country. So with that being said, shout out to Money G, because that's what I'm gonna call my homie, because I like his sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the video, he just be speaking. I just like homie. You know what I'm saying? He seemed cool. But yeah, shout out to Crime Line and Money G right there. Let's get into this video.
This story out of Oregon is terrifying, and we warn you, this footage is graphic. It all began a few hours southeast of Portland when police say an armed man left his apartment building with a shotgun and AR-15 style rifle. He starts shooting as he heads out of the apartment and makes his way to a shopping center. People inside this Big Lots store run for cover as he shoots through the parking lot, blasting through one of the store's windows. This is where things take a deadly turn. Again, we warn you, this is disturbing. The gunman makes his way into a busy Safeway grocery store where he shoots and kills one customer before making his way down the aisles. When a person falls down while trying to get away, the gunman walks over to them, but only ends up shooting the floor nearby. As the gunman makes his way through the meat section, shooting out the windows of display cases, an employee who's been hiding jumps out and heroically tries to take down the shooter with a produce knife, but the employee is ultimately shot and killed in the exchange. And just as police make their way into the store, the gunman sits down on the floor of the produce aisle and takes his own life. This all went down back in April, but this footage was just released to the public. Police say the 20-year-old shooter was a former employee of the Safeway, and in an online manifesto, he wrote about plans to carry out a national tragedy inspired by Columbine. He fired more than 100 rounds and was able to legally purchase his weapons himself. In 2022, there have been more than 622 mass shootings in the United States, and experts believe reducing easy access to weapons of war will help put an end to random, senseless gun violence. Police are still investigating everything that went down.
I just gotta say, rest in peace to that one employee, you know what I'm saying? He did a heroic thing. He did a heroic thing. Now I'm getting choked up. He did a heroic thing, and it's sad he lost his life. For this coward motherfucker right here to take his own life when authority get there. You know what I'm saying? You fucking shooting and doing all that where any of them bullets could have ricocheted and hit somebody or hit someone. And he did that many fucking shots in a grocery store. And I mean, this is where I say I hope this trend shit don't happen, because a kid did the same fucking dumb shit in a black fucking grocery store, as they call it, a urban grocery store. But I seen the video. I can't show y'all the video. I seen the actual video, and it's really fucked up.